Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me The pupil is... The temperature appears... I need... A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I'd...
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what? And they were...
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest...
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for...
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All 3 witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Are you able to...
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. Was there anyone else?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who... Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
What?
Any, any
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Please tell us everything that you can remember.
Very well, sir. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels.
There was a fire, but
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time, and the gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to... They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he...
did you...
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived, and then, while we were discussing work details,
What?
I waited until they'd all entered the changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had...
Certainly, sir. These doors...
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
The steam room.
Clothes belonging to... These clothes belong to one of... Expensive clothes belonging to one... Champagne. An ice bucket to keep it... Unopened. It was intended...
Good Lord, Holmes.
Death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain.
Some dirt or earth. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30...
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This... I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to...
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out...
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that? We don't have many...
I should... This key was covered in blood. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away. One lens is cracked. Probably. These lenses are for myopia. The brazier is still burning. I will need something to pick up. It is too. Blood trace.
It's horrible. So Rodney. I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
It's... Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the...
Please wait.
Mr. Holmes,
Please. How many?
We have just the one key for now. Which
So, this morning,
I put the key inside my desk. But when they called...
did you leave the baths at any?
No, sir. I did not.
Did you leave the baths at any?
No, sir. I did not.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning.
But how could...
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the bath.
Did you receive?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform.
Did you check to see if the key?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice.
There is? Are you quite certain?
Have you found something interesting?
These baths are becoming...
Mr. Holmes.
This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe's. A shape has been cut. Archaeological. Tool. Tools. I will need. It is a glass plate. A glass plate. Glass plate negatives. A remarkable. Archaeological.
Are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. Those stones weigh tons.
It does not matter. If our... I should analyze this. None, Lestrade.
All these events are bad for the bath.
Pyrite, otherwise known pyrite, white clay, selenite. Interesting. According to the color and its composition. Now, I need to find which. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region. Let us analyze. This blood has not quite. Let us see what is inside it. I must take a pipette and place. I must take a pipette. Let us see what is. Let us see what is in. Let us see what is. Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water. This is a piece of metal taken from a... It appears to be silver, but if it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since... Let us compare this sample with a silver if it changes color to match the result of a reaction. I must take a... The reaction is the same red stain. It is my analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Mr. Holmes?
Good.
Please. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
What is your...
I am a...
What were you...
Well, I follow the...
You...
Yes. So many things happened.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing. By that, I apologize.
What was...
It was like working with a genius. He was a... And he...
Are you feeling unwell?
I'm sorry. He is I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything? Please try to...
The room was so hot. I had to remove...
But you...
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw...
Saw the knife?
Everything was as if in...
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent...
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet...
We discovered some melted silver.
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Did you place the bottle of champagne?
What?
Garrow appears to... Please. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock. Would you mind?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period.
Can you tell me more?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from...
And
It has.
what was...
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man.
Was it your
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here.
Surprisingly.
Well, Sir Rodney was a co...
Can you tell me?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other.
What?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow...
Oh, no.
Can you recall...
Well, yesterday...
Is that...
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was... Then he advised me of quite the opposite.
We discovered some melt...
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got...
Did you place the...
No, I...
Please... Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need...
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes, I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you...
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the...
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney...
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think...
I have no idea.
Some melted silver was found inside...
Silver?
Did you...
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
I'm trying.
Good day.
Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. The last pages. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. To begin with, a few strokes of the pen. And then...
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about...
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter. I am sure that you must...
Well...
A hand... An old and... This ring was most likely an Egyptian symbol. I see the join. This ring was...
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very... An ordinary... When Garrow found... A file with herbs.
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholy.
A fountain pen. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visit. An embroidered...
Mr. Holmes.
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were... The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that... An unusual wound, inflicted by...
Some light bruising. They were caused.
What sh-
Please. How was the work progressing?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney...
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the...
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No. But I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable?
Well, he did have blood on him.
Please... Do you...
Certainly. It's the famous swan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back.
And he...
Sir Rodney has had his own...
What can you tell...
Well, he always looks so sad. And I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researches progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival...
What will happen?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed...
Please...
His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. This is the coin that he showed me.
It must be very rare.
No. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it.
Do you have...
locked.
Mr. Holmes.
That. Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
My archive. This. Now we have 2 maps. Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location. This archaeological site has been abandoned. The door has been left open. This is Vulcan, the god of fire and metalworking. The Cyclops, a one-eyed creature helping. I don't need the ropes. I don't need... Excavating. This wall was covered with mud. Frigidarium. It is located at the Roman Baths in London. It is a statue of Minerva. Neptune, the god of the sea. It is a broken... This is the map of the site. We are at the gastrofets were used with rope. This is a reproduction. This, the gastrofets. The door has... This railway is used to...
Mr. Holmes, We've cleared the corridor to the...
Thank you.
What should we...
Perhaps I could find some clues by a hidden sign. A hidden... a symbol. Now I have all the clues to help me find where these symbols are leading. A hidden sign. The signs are pointing to this bust.
What is this place?
I am unsure, Watson, but everything points to the fact that it was the last place visited by Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. We are
I'm all...
a broken glass plate. How very peculiar.
Why would Sir Rodney have brought...
This fresco resembles this Mithras, the god, clothed in Anatolian costume and wearing a Phrygian cap, killing. Mummified, the pillar collapsed. Mummified bodies. We're in some type of catacomb. The fire casts a shadow upon the floor. The pillar collapsed. It is very similar. This shadow seems... It resembles... That is the symbol of Neptune. The shadows show us the way to go. We will find Mithras after Neptune, the bull, and the bridge. We cannot go. Mummified. Mummified. A shovel.
I'm always one...
He's bad.
There are 12 pieces here. I will count this piece. I will count this piece. I will count this piece. It is a mould, and it is ready for casting. The mould is prepared for casting. Sir Rodney has made a reconstruction. He seemed unafraid of maledictions. Half a glass of water should be enough to... Now let us...
This knife is very similar to that described by the...
You should not leap to any hasty conclusions, Watson.